Hey, it's me, Kathy. It's another play day. I was going through my freezer and I had some of that shrimp left over. I still have some more. I bought it at BJ's, so the bag was really big. I like to do it that way so I can always have shrimp to use. So there's that. And I also found, which was way in the bottom, this package of Phyllo shells. And I used to make a dip that was based on there was a hotel in Falmouth, Massachusetts called the Coonamessett Inn, and they used to have a dip called crab coonamessett, and it was like cream cheese and then cocktail sauce and topped with crab. So I used to make it with any chopped seafood that I had available, and I called it just a summer seafood dip. And so we're gonna do that, only we're gonna put it in Phyllo shells instead. We're going to cook the shrimp like shrimp cocktail. And back in the day, when I used to make shrimp cocktail, I did my own version of what they called a court bouillon, and it's court bouillon. And so we're gonna put in a little bit of dehydrated onion and just a little touch of pickling spice. I want a couple of those big things. Peppercorns, allspice cloves, cloves, and that just gives the shrimp a little bit of zing. Oh, all over the place. Woo. We're gonna bring this up to a boil, and then we're gonna add our shrimp. We're gonna start our cream cheese layer with, this is about 2/3 of a block of cream cheese, and the shells are very small, so I think that'll be plenty. We're gonna season it with some salt and pepper. Some freeze-dried or some fresh chives. And a little splash of lemon juice. I don't have any fresh lemons, so we're just gonna use this just a little bit because we're gonna add lemon juice to the cocktail sauce layer as well. And this cream cheese is softened, so we're just gonna mix it up until it's very nicely, our cream cheese mixture is nicely blended. Tastes good. And now we're gonna transfer it into a pastry bag so we can pipe it into our Phyllo shells. Okay, we're gonna move this mixture down. And I have this pastry bag fitted with a moderate sized round tip. And that layer is ready to go. Our poaching water has reached a boil. Now we're gonna add in our shrimp. In we go. I've reduced the heat to medium, and these are not gonna take too long to cook. My favorite way to make cocktail sauce is to use some horseradish, some prepared horseradish. That's probably going to be enough. A little splash of lemon juice. And some chili sauce. That's going in too. Come on, baby. Whoop, plenty. And mix that up. And that is going to be our second layer. I might put this on top. It would be different than the dip, but since we're not dipping it, it might be good on top. So let's see what we taste like. Really good cocktail sauce. Our shrimp is done. Pink and curly and firm to the touch. Rinse off some of the solids in this liquid and place it on the cutting board because we're going to cut this up. Here we have our cooked shrimp, and we're going to let it cool down, and then we're going to cut it into small pieces so it fits in our Phyllo shells. Here are the size of our tiny little Phyllo shells, and now we're going to cut our shrimp up to fit inside. I think we'll start by cutting the skinny end and the fat end away from each other. We'll take the fat end and cut those in half, and then cut them into small little pieces. About yo big. And we'll work on the rest. Our shrimp is all cut up, cooled off. And now it's time to pipe our cream cheese mixture into our shell. We just want a little bit in the bottom. Because most of what we want in here is shrimp. Come on, baby, get in there. Our little cups have got our cream cheese layer in there. Now it's time for our shrimp. Okay, we're gonna go right around. Shrimp in. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to break these shells. They are our vehicle for our appetizer. Our shrimp are in our cups, pretty filled up. Now we're going to drizzle them with a little of our cocktail sauce, but we have to be very careful and probably just let it drizzle out by itself without having to push it. That seems to be working out okay. Mission accomplished. In the meantime, I'm just going to share this with you. I had a little bit of the cream cheese mixture left over. And some of the cocktail sauce too. And a little bit of shrimp. I didn't use all the shrimp. And I'm going to mix these together and spread it on some crackers. That'll be so good. So here we go. Creamy, shrimpy, tangy. It's like a shrimp cocktail dip. I'm going to save that for another little snack. That'll be some yumminess. And we're back to these. Here are our shrimp cocktail Phyllo cups. And when I used to make this dip, I used to use whatever seafood I had on hand. So you can use crab, scallops, lobster, shrimp, whatever you got on hand. And now we're just going to take a little pinch of fresh parsley, came from a garden, and garnish it up. And now we're gonna serve it. And it's gonna be real good. Let's take a bite, see what they came out like. Thank you for joining me while we made a fun little shrimp cocktail appetizer. And this has been one of my favorite recipes forever and ever. And this is a brand new spin on it because I found those Phyllo shells. And now let's go in. Here's what we look like on the inside. You got your cream cheese layer on the bottom. And it was so yummy. Thanks for joining me again, and we'll see you again soon.